What is going on, Pantheon players? I am Nyx, also known as Shadowcat on the Revenant server. Today, we are in Silent Plains, and I'm playing my alt, Shadowcat, which is now a higher level than my main, so is this still considered my alt? I don't know, let me know. And in this video, I'll be showing you where all the chest spawn locations are in Silent Plains, as of patch 0.16.89, also known as the Druid patch. Oh, and be sure to like this video. With enough of those likes, it may tempt me to create a similar video for Hangor, showing where all Hangor chest spawn locations are. Last I counted, there were 18 chest spawn locations out here in Silent Plains. If I counted correctly, I'm going to go and show you the precise spawn locations for each chest. If I did happen to miss one, or two or more, comment below, let me know where those are. As you noticed, after zoning into Silent Plains from AP, we went over to the right side of the map. Typically, I do not check the spot on my normal route unless I am not running into any chest spawns. Seeing how I just got out here, this is where we will start. Be sure to watch out for the Ancient, which paths around the front of these rocks. The first chest we're going to find is right back here, behind this Verdant Claw Scorpion. After we check this location, we're going to check the next location, which is not very far away. We're going to climb up and jump over these rocks. We're going to check the backside here, right next to this deicide shifter. After this, we have a little bit of running to do. Again, watch out for that Ancient, which paths around here. We're going to go run and cross the river. We're going to head towards one of the new Wildblood camps, one of the larger camps of theirs. When we get there, there's two chest locations in that area. They're both up on the peak, so we're going to climb up there onto the peak above their camp and check both those spots. The area that we're going to does have a ridge that follows alongside of it for a good long ways. If you are coming in from another direction, if you are on the high ground, be sure to stay on the high ground. If you are ever out here trying to find this camp, this rock where this Wildblood camp is at, just look in the sky and look for this little floating piece of terrain, this little floating rock up here. It's a dead giveaway that you're at the right spot. Here's another angle of that floating rock, just to show you the amount of separation of the terrain. It's really hard to miss it when you look at it in the distance. Once we climb up to the top, we can find one of the chest spawn locations up here, right behind this group of 3 Wildbloods. The other chest spawn location up here, you can see from this spot. It's a very short distance away, just on the other rock ledge over there. So we're going to drop down, check this spot, and grab this chest. Normally, in a spot like this, where there's 2 chest spawn locations in close proximity, I'll wait till this one despawns, just for that slim chance that it might appear in that first spawn location again. There's nothing worse than doing a full loop around the map, checking every spot, just to find out it respawned right next door to where you were. Be sure, if you take my route and you drop down here, watch out for the Pather, the Wildblood that's down here. Be careful that you don't land on their head and you aggro them. Next up, we're running directly towards the pink trees. I don't know what camp is going in there, but as of right now it's completely empty. I really hate this side of the map. There are 5 chest spawn locations on this side of the map, but there's also so much running involved. These rocks right here are nice because once you get up on top of them, there's no mobs up here, and when you're a rogue like I am, you can drop your stealth and you can run up there with no aggro. This area is fairly safe. Once you get to the corner, that's when you're going to start finding the mobs again, so watch out for the aggro. Once we round the corner, you're going to see another chest spawn location. Now, we start running again. Lots of running out here. We're going to go down towards the coastline, but stay up on the cliff that follows the coastline. And we're going to follow the cliff down a good ways. Now, I'm not saying running along the cliff is going to be 100% safe. Like most other zones, it's fairly safe, but there are 1 or 2 mobs that still come fairly close that may attack you, so watch out for that aggro. For the most part though, running down the cliff lines, you're 90% safe. Now in this area, once you reach this orange dead grass area, be careful along the cliff because there is a shield beast which paths all along this cliff here. This smaller rock right here is the marker I use for the chest spawn. The smaller rock, go straight across from it, look down on the beach, and that's the chest spawn location. Now we're going to jolt across the field here. Watch out for that shield beast which wanders around through this area. We're going to run right towards that large slanted rock back there, just to the right of it. We're going to go check the shifter pit. In the shifter pit, the chest sort of just spawns on the ground. The chest location where the chest spawns, it's always going to have a scorpion or a snake in the area. So if you see the scorpion or the snake in the corner in the shifter pit, you know you're in the right spot. So we have left the shifter pit. Now we're going to go check the small rock near the small waterfall that is along the cliff face. The small rock has 2 scorpions which stand by, and the chest spawn location is against the small rock. Once you are on the waterfall rock right here, running from this point on along the cliff, it's fairly safe. This is the side of the map that I run in my normal route, and the side of the map that contains the most chests. On this flat rock down here, there's another chest spawn location. It's probably the safest chest in the entire zone to get. Once we move on from this spot, we're going to continue following the cliff. Watch out for the scorpion on the side. We're going to continue down to the end, or at least what I consider the end, where a chest spawns next to the scorpion. In my opinion, this is the furthest chest spawn in this entire zone. When done here, we're going to turn back around, head back towards the river where the waterfall is. This is a fairly easy part of the map to get through. There's not much in this area that will aggro you, hardly anything in fact. So you can run through this area, it's just a breeze. Running through this area, you can't see it, but over to our right is the river that runs through the entire center of this map. What we're doing is we're following this river inward towards the center of the map, which is going to take us to this watering hole. This watering hole has a chest spawn location, and this chest, again, is one of the safest chests to get in this entire zone. So be careful crossing here because an ancient path's through here, which is why my camera's going left and right. I'm checking both directions so I'm not crossing in front of him. So watch out for this guy. Another chest spawn location is right next to the left scorpion here, to the left side of that left scorpion, right against the rock. From here, just a short distance away, we're going to check over near the wild bloods, near this tall mushroom tree. One spawns in the middle of the wild bloods, right against the mushroom tree here. So notice, the chests are in close proximity in this area. After getting this one, I wait for it to despawn. Then I backtrack a little, I go back to that last spot, just to see if one popped there. You never know when one's going to pop up right behind you after you get one, so it's always a good idea to go check. Normally, if I wasn't making this video, I'd go all the way back to the watering hole, then continue my route, but since I'm making this video, I'm just going one back since it's right there. But it's better to check that location since there wasn't one there originally, to see if one popped up there before we continue on, instead of continuing on and maybe missing one that popped up right behind us. Anyways, continuing on, next chest spawns alongside this large stone pillar right in the middle of these two scorpions. Another chest spawn location is on the back side of this broken down trebuchet, right next to the scorpion. This is my favorite chest location in the zone. I just think it's a really interesting place for it to be placed here. I really enjoy finding this one. Now we're reaching the end, the final 3 chest spawn locations, 2 of which are directly in the Wild Bloods camp. So let's head over to the Wild Bloods camp and see if we can find some chests there. If you have sharp eyes, you may have already noticed it. The chest is spawned up there under the canopy in the middle of those Wild Bloods, so we're going to go nab that one and check for the other. The next chest spawn is directly in the middle of their camp, right by these holding cages. The cages have no hitboxes on them, so you can walk right through them. Hooray, no hitboxes, I guess. Anyways, here's the other chest. Finally, we come to the final chest location. We're going to walk over to the side of this camp, to the rock, up and over the rock. We're going to come to the other side, where the 2 scorpions are, and the chest will spawn on the ground between these 2 scorpions. This concludes the video of all 18 chest locations that I know of in Silent Plains. If I did miss a location, or 2 or 3, feel free to comment below. Let me know which chests that I did miss and where they're at. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If I get enough likes, I have no problem doing one of these videos of similar format for Hangor chest locations. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And now I'm going to shut up and let you see the route I normally run in reverse. I know I said I was going to shut up and let the rest of the video play. Guess this makes me a liar. Oh well. I just thought I'd point out that very large pillar to the right, it's the largest stone pillar on this map. If you look on the horizon, you're going to see a lot of empty space. Follow that horizon to the left, you're going to see that very short, light pillar. That's the one that has the chest. That's the one you want to run towards. Here I am, chiming in one more time. The reason I didn't run along these rocks on this coast, as you can see they have a clipping issue. Maybe one day they'll get fixed, but for now, this section of rock, if you try running on them, you're just going to run inside of them, and the terrain isn't exactly level here, so it's kind of unpleasant to run through these.